Assalamualaikum students. I hope you all are fine and in good health. Welcome back to your today's English class. I, I hope you all are fine. Okay, now in the previous class we have completed till paragraph number 7, page number 58. We have to continue from 8th paragraph. Okay, so let's continue the story. Till here we have seen that there's an author who comes to visit Miss Beam's school. So he goes and asks questions regarding the system of the Miss Beam's school. So Miss Beam was now explaining to him about his system, and she showed the author outside the garden that there were some children playing, and he saw over there that all the children were not healthy, so he felt bad for it. And when he said this to Miss Beam, she laughed. Now what happens? Let's see. Miss Beam laughed. Oh no, she said, she is not really lame. This is only her lame day. The others are not blind either. It's only their blind day. I must have looked very surprised, for she laughed again. So yes, now the author, he was very much surprised, and he used to say that when he saw that there were few girls who were blind, there were few girls who were not able to walk properly. So Miss Beam on this, she laughed and said that it is their lame day and blind day. Now students, you have to learn about few terms. First is deaf. Deaf means who cannot listen. Dumb means who cannot speak. Lame means who cannot walk, right? And blind means who cannot see. Okay, so she said that it was only the lame day and blind day. Now what does this lame day blind day mean? Let us see how she explains further. This is a very important part of our system to make our children appreciate and understand misfortune. We make them share in misfortune too. Each term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day, and one dumb day. So every term, every child has these 5 days to do. Okay, and it means in a year, every day was twice. It means 10 times they had to do all this. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged absolutely, and they are on their honor not to peep. So during the blind day, if it was some students' blind day, what they had to do? They had to cover their eyes with a cloth or anything which we call it a bandage. Okay, and it was their promise to themselves that they are not going to peep. Peep means they are not going to look through it. Okay, next. The bandage is put on overnight, so they wake up blind. This means that they need help with everything. Other children are giving the duty of helping them and leading them about. They all learn so much this way, both the blind and the helpers. So yes, the other children who are not having their blind day and the deaf day and the dumb day, they are given the duty to help such kind of children. There is no misery about it. Miss Beam continued. Everyone is very kind, and it is really something of a game. So she's saying that there is nothing to feel bad about it, nothing unpleasant. Every child, they are enjoying and they are all helpful, and sometimes they take it like a game. Before the day is over, though, even the most thoughtless child realizes what misfortune is. So she is saying that the one who is a very careless child, who doesn't care about whatever happens here and there, okay, if any blind person is there, what to do, how to do. So those careless children also learn. So I was saying that it's nothing to feel bad about it, and even the careless child, even he even he becomes very kind and helpful. The blind day is, of course, really the worst, but some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most difficult. So now Miss Beam is talking about her point of view, what the children tell. Or she says that children, they come and tell me that dumb day is difficult, but the most difficult one is the blind day. We cannot bandage the children's mouth, so they have to exercise their willpower. So she says that being dumb is difficult because it is very difficult to stop one from talking. Yes, so it is their testing their willpower, their strength, how much they can control. Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girls. Here is a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam and left us. Now, Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girls. It means Miss Beam, she took the author to one girl to talk with her and ask her about the whatever the feeling is of a child in celebrating these days. Don't you ever peep? I asked the girl. Now, after leaving the author to a girl who was bandaged, it means who was having her blind day, Miss Beam left from there. Now, the author and the girl was only there. So, author asked, don't you see from this bandage? Oh no, she exclaimed, that would be cheating. But I had no idea it was so awful to be bad. You can't see a thing. You feel you're going to be hit by something every moment. It's such a relief just to sit down. So here now the author, the girl is replying that no, if I see from the bandage, it would be a cheating, and we don't have to cheat. Yes, it is very bad to be blind though. Yes, we cannot see anything, and we always have a fear that we will be hit by something, and it is relief. And it's our blind day, it is very relaxing when we have to sit at one place. Are your helpers kind to you? I asked. Now the author asked another question, that are your helpers kind? Are your helpers kind means are your helpers good to you? Do they help you properly? Fairly. They are not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. So she's saying that if I tell the truth, they are not so careful. But yes, when it will be my turn to help a blind student, I would be very careful because I already experienced how it feels. Those that have been blind already are the best helpers. It's perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you had tried. So she's saying that the one who already had their blind day, they are very careful. They are very careful. But yes, it is so much fearful to have a blind day. I wish you had tried. So she says that I wish you could try having your blind day. Now the author asks, shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Now the author asked that girl, shall I take you anywhere? Yes. Oh, yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost fun, I guess. Having an arm tied up is a bit more troublesome because you can't eat without help and things like that. I don't think I'll mind being deaf for a day, at least not much. But being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I'll get hurt. So now this girl explained about what she feels. She says blind day is very much difficult. See, if it is a lame day, having one leg tied up means tying one leg and walking on the sticks is very easy like a game. Being deaf also is fine, but being blind is really fearful. Okay, and she says that my head pains all the time when I think that I would hit by something, I'll get hurt, or with all this stuff thinking, my head pains. So being blind is very difficult. And then she asks, where are we now? In the playground, I said. We are moving towards the house. So now the author says that we are in the playground and we are moving towards one house. And he says Miss Beam is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. So my author is saying that I can see Miss Beam. She's walking front and back with a tall girl. What is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. A blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. So now she asked, she wanted to know who is that girl, tall girl. So the author said, the girl is asking, what is she wearing? A blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. So the author said, yeah, she's wearing a blue skirt and a pink top. So then she recognized, she says, I think it's Millie. She said, what color is her hair? Very light. I said, yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. So yes, she said, I think she's Millie. Can you tell me what color is of her hair? She wanted to confirm. So when the author said her hair color is very light, the girl said, yes, that's Millie. She's our head girl. Then the author is saying, there is an old man tying up roses, I said. Now the author said that I can see one old man who is working in the garden. So the girl said, yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener. He's hundreds of years old. She says that he's our gardener and he's very much old. Then the author says, And here comes a girl with curly red hair. She's on crutches. That's Anita, she said. So here comes a girl with a curly red hair. So there's one girl coming with red hair and she's having crutches. That's Anita. That is Anita. Okay, and so we walked on. Gradually I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. I also realized that if I had to describe people and things to someone else, it made them more interesting to me. So now when they walked and they were talking, and it was, the author enjoyed spending time with the girl and talking to her. And he says that by leading a girl who is having bandage over her eyes, I felt very, interesting describing things to her, and I became more kind, more helpful with this exercise. So at last, when he was about to leave, he said, Miss Beam, that I am very sorry to go. Ah, she replied, that there is something in my system after all. So she says that I think my system is very good, that you enjoyed coming to my school, and you are, you're feeling sad to leave the school. Yes, so this is what was there in the chapter, and this chapter teaches us to be thoughtful, to be kind, to be responsible. Okay, so we will see you with the next topic in the next class.